And I'll say alrighties again because I muted myself, but that's fine.
Okay, good stuff. Can I just say, before you said, I'm muting, I really thought you said, and I'm eating. And I was just like, man, he doesn't care at all. He's got this... Alright, so Drone's he's the red Zerg on the left-hand side, and Kiante is the blue Protoss at the bottom. I'm kind of excited. Like, I know that, like I said before, if my heart rate went above 60 while Kiante played, I would be disappointed. But I'm actually so excited at the prospect that you will, and I'm going to use diplomatic language here because I think it's time for us to be a little less biased. Absolutely fucking eviscerate this goon. Move in on the Kiante rec roll match that I so sorely desire. Like, it's
just shove your Kiante up his drone, please. Thank you.
Exactly.
Man, I'm so glad that like I'm not playing this live because I feel so pressured right now. Like if I was like stream cheating, I'd be like, oh man.
Yeah.
But in this like in this like situation, like I'm playing live and I'm stream cheating, I'd feel really stressed.
You'd still be nervous if you were stream cheating, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I'd be more nervous because I had heard that.
That's so true.
You're such a polarizer. Drone is great, but at the same time, I need to see this upset. Alright, so Kiante, tell us the truth. How is your walling here? Like, how is your FFE?
Look. Okay, so I learned walls on Tower Cross about like 8 months ago when it was like map of the week a while back. And I've completely forgotten them. Like, I know I came into this game and I told Rock'n'Roll that I had something that all the other Protosses in this league didn't have, and that was correct walling, but on this map I don't have it. Actually, I'm gonna go look it up right now. I'm gonna go look it up on Wikipedia, because I know it fucking exists, and I know I fucked it up, but I know I'm close. That's what bugs me the most, is that I'm close.
Can I just say, BioBoy80's comment on your wall so far is, that is the absolute worst pylon I have ever seen.
I know.
And I mean, he's seen the first game where your pylon was at the complete opposite side of your main, the furthest away from your ramp. He's seen that pylon, and in response to that pylon, this is still the worst pylon he's ever seen.
And these cannons are actually spaced apart for some reason, like about 1 hex.
Oh yeah.
Because I was freaking out when I put them down. I was like, oh shit! So I'm going to show the correct wall on stream right now, and I want to show you guys how close I was.
Well, can I just slow you down right there?
No.
The Zerglings are moving in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, we've been talking about your wall, but we don't really know what's going to happen here.
So,
and, I think...
I was close.
Serendipity the word here I'm looking for? I think so.
So basically where my...
Did you just say serendipity?
Yes, I did.
So my pylon was supposed to be 1 to the right, my forge was supposed to be 1 down, and then the gate goes above it, and you can actually get out on the left-hand side, but... Anyway...
Andy, I'm gonna have to slow you right down. Are you excusing yourself for losing mid-match?
What?
Like,
no, I'm just talking about the wall. I'm talking about the wall.
Because we put all this pressure on him right now, he's throwing up the excuses right now. I don't think the wall's gonna do anything, but
the wall's fine. Like, this wall is actually okay. Like, it's not horrible. It's okay.
Well, I'm very glad that it went so well tested that Drone has decided to run all his Zerglings home.
Yeah.
And guard his...
He caught sight of that big gap between cannons, and was like, you know what? I need to make this more of a fun game. I'm not gonna go excuse that.
I don't think it's that. I think what happened is he got there, he saw the gap between the cannons, and he didn't know what was going on. And in his mind, there's only 2 things that can mean. One of them is, Kiante has a plan. Like, we know he sticks to plans really well.
But
we've seen
I think when a Zerg sees that kind of gap in cannons, it's like someone presenting themselves. You know, I mean, you've got this like, you just want to shove your lings right into the gap. I mean, that's what that looks like to me.
I just love that you built your wall out of like hillbilly teeth.
But you know what? I respect Drone.
Look, okay, look, I'll explain it. Look, I freaked out, okay? I was like, oh shit, I need a second cannon, even though it was an overpull. So, and I missed a little bit, right? Like, there's like 1 to the right, I mean, it's close. It's
It's
close.
not that. It's that winning a match has done so much more damage to you than losing to you. I don't understand. Like, is that how boring you are?
You hear about people like riding momentum. This is the exact opposite. Is what this is.
So in the meantime, I think Drone has managed his gas, maybe?
But he's got Lings back on
don't
the way
worry.
to outside your base again.
Alright.
Whether or not he intends
just-
to have a poke with them or not.
They want to salivate at that gap again. They just want to take a look at it. Just ogle it from afar.
The gap.
Is that what you do? You ogle gaps?
Ogle gaps from afar. Oh yeah.
So it looks like Drone's
As
doing
Ling,
a
I
similar
would be looking
build.
at that, just salivate.
He's got an Evo chamber up really early again. Gonna go for a quick +1. And has this kind of like hatcheries outside his base thing, kind of making everything kind of exposed. Yeah.
Yeah, again, I keep feeling like I'm watching a campaign Zerd. Like it's just his building placements and his choice of tech path and it's still works out. Like I don't want to say that derisively that he's like a campaign Zerd. Oh, that's bad. But like, just it's so weird and I don't know, foreign to me almost that it feels like a computer's doing it.
No, it's not that. It could just be that, and like I mean this with all due deference to you, Kiante. Is there any chance that Drone is just not at all scared of you? Like, like he just.
Well, he
like,
just lost the
there's no
game,
deal.
so I hope he is.
He just, like-
I hope he's terrified, right?
What-
I'd be
what-
terrified.
what-
If I lost to me, I'd be terrified.
Someone mentioned this in the chat, and I gotta say, it really fits. He's spreading creep. It's just look at this massive creep spread from his natural to his third.
That's a good point.
You?
That way his queens will be able to move over the creep
Exactly.
really, really fast. Obviously.
He is doing all of the spores though. Like, and Kiante does like to kind of just park the Corsair in range of them. Oh, free Overlord! Yes.
So I get 2 Overlord kills there with the Corsairs. That's really not a bad investment.
Oh,
That's
that's
enough.
Looks like it's
Tipped
going to
up.
be a +1 Zealot timing attack.
Does it look like it?
Well-
Have you divined that from looking at the?
The second gas was pretty late. The Templar Archives hasn't even gone up yet, so this is
In
kind
other
of
words,
weird.
excuses.
No, what I was saying is that this
Oh,
means there'll be
it's
extra
back
zealots.
up, the
There's going to be
Templar
extra
Archives
zealots in this attack than there would otherwise
Yeah.
be if this was a regular zealot Corsair
Ditched
thing.
all its minerals into. Well, the archive's half or like a third of the way done now, but like you've dumped all your minerals in zealots, is what you're telling us.
Yeah, pretty much.
And how close is charge to being done? Oh, charge is done. Or sorry, speed.
Wow.
Legs.
Wow. You
You were
SC2
talking about creep
faggot.
spread. You sham. Don't you throw this at me.
This is glossed right over
Mr.
that.
Charge, where are your queens? Anyway, there's actually a timing attack coming right now, and there's like no units.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is.
This actually, yeah, this might actually do pretty well. You're starting to bolster my
This
faith.
all
here.
the hydrants.
Could Boring Toss pull this out?
I don't know. I'm just so bored. I can't tell.
These hatches, this spore, all of this stuff is like free for the picking right now.
This is
All these
awesome. Man, I wish I could say I no longer care if you win or lose because this is so impressive, but all of these drones are just ruined. This is beautiful. Oh my god, like,
This is actually
Yancy, it's in the entire time I've known you, it's always been like you were a person who plays Brood War, and it seems like you're just being the person who plays Brood War all the time is like practice or something. You're going to win. Like I'm blown away.
this is. Oh, but look at all these Hydra. Hold on a minute. Hold
Yeah.
on a minute. This is petering out. The drones are
Yeah.
going back to the.
Peter is a funny
no.
word.
But
Yeah.
There's no reason coming.
So, like, some of the drones have been taken out there, but drone saturation is still actually quite solid.
I mean, he's got his third isn't so well saturated, but I mean, overall losses. You probably lost what, like 12 zealots, and you have nothing going on at your main at all. Like, what happened during that attack?
Well, I made some money.
He did stockpile a good 1,200 minerals.
Yeah,
Stockpiled some money there.
Made it
It's
deposit
pretty
to your
good.
bank.
Exactly.
Cash money, dollar bills. Like he's looked after.
You can use that to buy a nice gaudy amulet for your High Templars if you wanted.
No, that'd be too
You can
interesting.
imagine a High Templar trying to show off his amulet. I bought a crystal? No, it stores energy. Like, it's you have to rub it and then storms
Yeah,
happen.
maybe don't worry
Like,
about it. Just let the psionic energy flow forth. Oh yeah, just touch it. Come on.
You see, you painted a kind of a strange pornographer high Templar that I did not even imagine.
I went the
And
pornographer.
Storm is
yeah.
nearly finished.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, after that attack, I'm looking at your economy is the same as it was. You banked a lot of money, and you have a piddly little army.
Yeah.
Kind
I'm
of free. I mean, that was doing really well. If you followed it up
You
with
killed
something,
all of his
I don't-
defensive builds, which is good.
Yeah,
You
did kill
didn't do
him.
anything else.
I think a better choice here, instead of the 2 base all-in that I'm doing, would have been to expand.
And we're all very proud of that 2 base all in, don't get me wrong.
Hey, it worked really well last game. It was
Looks like Drone's actually going to expand here to the, is it like
Does he?
130?
I guess it's kind of like 1205.
That's more
It's really,
1230, yeah.
Yeah, 1230.
Oh wait, he's actually double expanding. He's going to expand to the natural as well, of the 1.
Yeah. So
So
is that him
Kiante,
being cocky? Is that him like just going, you know what, this Kiante is a big loser and I'm gonna double expand versus him? Or does he think like, oh god, I'm behind, let me try and do something really quick to get ahead?
I think he probably knows that he was fine. Just looking
Don't
at
say yourself short,
his
man. He's terrible.
his drone saturation after the attack was still quite solid, simply because I think he
I hope you
maybe
have some
perhaps
meat up
overmade
top.
drones a bit
Mm.
before the attack
maybe-
happened, which made it look more effective.
He's looking for goals actually, yeah. He's got
Oh,
every-
God.
somewhere.
The run by opportunity here is terrible.
That gap is still presenting itself. It is
It
just,
really is. That base is just bent over the map and waiting. Like it's
It's in heat. Those cannons are in heat.
I do like you're very much leading with the High Templar. Like I want to see a storm.
Yeah, the storms, I mean, they don't have their amulets, but they've got some, at least one storm. I see one,
It's actually
two.
one Templar nearly has 2 storms.
Yep.
Oh, 2.
Could we see 2 storms?
Oh,
if I see 2 storms,
Oh
I
my
consider
god.
This is a lot of
Okay.
like actually quite a lot of lurkers.
one.
Oh my god, the Scourge. Wow. Yeah, Kiante, this ain't looking great.
Well,
Oh,
he's
wait,
actually
did you
moving
see
up
all
with the
those lurkers
lurkers
up there?
here.
Well, you were attacking almost exclusively Overlords
Overlords,
for a while. There are an awful lot of Zerglings at your goons as well. Oh, Kiante. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not.
Didn't
one
quite
for-
have the legs.
Are you microing this at all? Like, are you just watching these things die? Or,
Pretty much. I mean, there's not much you can do. Like, once the storms are out, it's like, oh, the speedlings. Well, you can't really micro goons against speedlings. Like, you just... Especially when they're
You can
coming
run
from
away.
behind. Well, when they're coming from behind,
Yeah.
it's
I
not
suppose.
really that possible. I mean, I got
Kiante,
2
I
out there.
feel like you had this one before.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I honestly felt like I was in a better position than I actually was. Like, seeing it
I mean,
now.
like with the first attack, I think if you had hit a hatchery instead of the Sunkens, I
Yeah.
think you would have been
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, if I'd killed
that
the
first
third,
attack, it was
or-
fantastic. If you killed the third, or maybe if you
Yeah.
just like expanded behind it.
Yeah,
Like,
if
you
I
would
expanded
expand
behind it
you
and
would-
just got Templar and made an army out of 3 bases, would have put me in a fairly reasonable position, but, you know.
Yeah, now he's like, oh well, you know, the supply's about the same, but yeah, he's
So now I
just-
have
his
pure
economy's better.
goons. I have pure goons against Zerglings,
Yeah.
which isn't really, like, ideal unit composition-wise.
I do like that you are now microing them against the Zerglings. Like, and you're not doing it too badly
Yeah,
either.
there's a little bit. Yeah, see, yeah, you're saving those goons. You can do a little.
You
bit
got this
like
shit together, Holmes.
that. Yeah. I'm not. I'm sorry. Yeah, you just said home.
It's
But,
sorry, it's
no,
Holmes with an L. It's the Conan Doylean Holmes.
Wow, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna start using that. But no, yeah, I don't want to count you out, but I do got to say it's looking grim.
Yeah, it does look pretty grim. I won't
It's so
disagree with
boring
you.
that I don't want to count him out, but I am out for the count.
Ooh. Counted Sir Joel to make things just that much more clever.
It's not
Obviously.
clever to move the words around in a sentence and hope it makes sense.
And
Wow, this
looks
third
like
is still going up. Jeez, yeah, this is such a late third. Well, I
Yeah.
guess you were 2 base all in, so this is
Exactly.
now just like, oh, I want to try and stay in the game. Please don't kill me.
essentially, like, I mean, it's kind of like, at this point, I'll be honest, I was a little bit delusional. Like, what happened was with my first attack, in my brain, a lot more drones died than actually died. Like, I literally thought there were no drones left at the third. Like, I was like, they're all dead. I got
Well, he
this.
only had 4, but like he had such good saturation.
Yeah,
in his
yeah, he
natural
basically overdroned everywhere else, which meant that my attack, despite looking nice, really wasn't that effective. So my 2-base all-in was supposed to be like I should have just won the game, like in my brain. And when it didn't, I was like, okay, well, I guess I've just something miscalculated along the way. Something's gone wrong, and like that was it.
But your boring cost, you keep,
Yeah,
improving
so I was
your
figured,
thing.
I'm like, well, I may as well just expand, and then I was like, oh, yeah, alright.
And then you just say GG.
Well, yeah, well, I scouted the base on the right, and I was like, alright, well, I'll just attack, see what happens. Nope, alright, see ya.
Well,
Kiante, can
I
I
gotta
say
say.
that
No, you go
like, we
ahead.
make fun of you. You acquitted yourself beautifully. Like that was so far in excess of anything. I don't mean that to say I have a low opinion of you. I was quite serious when I said, when I think of the people who I know who play Brood War, you and Tupacalypse are high on the list, and I did not believe that was gonna. It's such a show. I'm so impressed. Yeah, and I didn't even get to see what the fuck you did to win that second game.